Hi, I'm Ian.
Hi, I'm the Mrs. and welcome to part 3 of our Lake District holiday. We are now in Glenridding outside of Ulleswater.
Well, we've now got to our third and final destination down in Glenridding at the bottom of Ulleswater. Excuse the guy who's near me with a strimmer going. This last pitch we've got to down here is absolutely beautiful. Just walk past the bikes and you'll see you're actually down by a little stream that comes down probably from up from the mountains. Got a lovely little picture. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, you join us in Air Force, which is just on the side of Ulleswater. We've come from Great Langdale today to Glenridding. We parked up the van and come out for a cycle ride up to this beautiful location. I'll swing the camera around in a minute and sort of give you a view of what we've got here. Just cycling back from Air Force, and we just stopped at the side of the road to have a look at this lovely view all the way down Ulleswater. Well, today's walk has taken us over the other side of Ulleswater. Just in the distance, when I swing the camera around a bit further, you'll be able to see Glenridding, which is the town, well, the village, should I say, where we're staying. And then obviously looking then up over Ulleswater. So our plan today is to walk up this side of Ulleswater, maybe as far as Howtown, possibly get the ferry back, but then again we may just turn back round and walk down the lower path, which parallels the one we're on at the moment. We shall see what the day brings. But yeah, what a fantastic view from here. Absolutely stunning. And in the distance you can actually just about make out Helvellyn, which is a mountain that we're planning on climbing in a couple of days' time, providing the weather holds out. So hopefully we might get some footage from there. Whilst walking along the path, we've come across this disused quarry, and now we can make it out the water just dripping down from above. Obviously we're not going to go wandering down into it because obviously it'd be a bit dangerous doing that, but yeah, very interesting. I've walked a bit further along now, along Ulleswater, and you got a better view of Glenridding from where we are now. And right up at the back end there, up towards Helvellyn, is the campsite. You can just about make out some tents up there, and where we're staying is to the right of where those tents are, down in sort of more into the woodland. It's yeah, a lovely day. As I said, when we've been here before, we've actually walked along the bottom track, which might be visible in the footage, but we've got an Ordnance Survey map and noticed this upper track. There are some ones that take you up even higher up over the top of the ridge, but we didn't quite fancy that today. But yeah, it's beautiful along here. Just stopped for a little snack break, and this is our view from our snacking area. Absolutely cracking. Well, we've come back down now off the higher track onto the lower track, which then takes us back down to where we started. But we've stopped now for lunch. This is our viewing point over Ulleswater and down towards Glenridding. It's getting a bit murky actually. It's a little bit, yeah, get my teeth in. A little bit of rain in the air at the moment. So we're going to have lunch, or we can have it dry. Ish. So what wonderful have we got there then, Nola?
Carrot, pepper, tomatoes and egg, mustard and green things, cucumber.
Wonderful. Let's get chomping.
Yep.
Well, good morning. Here we are out on Ulleswater on a couple of kayaks. Not such a nice day as it was when we went paddleboarding a couple of weeks ago out on Windermere. It's fairly flat today, not too much breeze. This is part of our adventure before dementia. Do some exciting things. Hopefully tomorrow, if the weather holds out, we're going to hopefully go up Helvellyn, which is a mountain that's just at the back of the campsite that we're staying at. Yeah, we've just hired a couple of boats from the sailing centre just down at Glenridding, and currently just heading across Ulleswater right to the other side, on the width that is, not the length, and then we're going to kayak down the side for a bit and see where we get to. As previously mentioned on the paddleboarding video I did a couple of weeks ago, I'm not a water baby, I'm not a comfortable person out on water, but by doing this sort of thing, hopefully it's alleviating my fear. I mean, actually after the paddleboarding the other week, we have actually considered buying some. So when we get back from holiday, I might investigate that. But also it's finding somewhere to store them in the motorhome when we go away. Obviously we bring bicycles on holiday with us, we bring seats, and obviously a couple of paddleboards, even obviously inflatable ones, will still take up a reasonable amount of room. So obviously it's finding somewhere to store them. So I must say it's something we're seriously considering. Just on the other side of the water, where we're sort of facing towards now, is where we walked yesterday. We sort of started off down the far end of Ulleswater on the Glenridding end down towards Patterdale, and then we walked along the upper path, so just about make it out actually in the distance. Walked along there for a while and then came back down on the lower path, back down to where we started, and then walked back round to the side. It did turn out to be a bit of a miserable afternoon yesterday. There's the missus having a quick look at me. Aye. Must say my elbow's giving me some jip this morning. Yes, I suffer from a bit of tendonitis in my right elbow, and certain moving positions play hell, or play havoc with it, should I say. Also, I didn't notice it when paddleboarded, but once I sort of sat down more in this position, I am noticing it this morning. Certainly getting a wet bum here, I know that. A pair of cycling shorts on and seeping through into the underwear underneath at the moment. But we're not too far from here when we're finished, so we can get back up to the van, have a quick shower, get into some dry clothes, and see what the rest of the day brings after that. Yeah, I must say, nice way of seeing lake in Ulleswater. We've come down here many times in the past and took the steamer. Well, in fact, what we've done quite often is we've started at Pooley Bridge, walked all the way down the side of Ulleswater, on the side of where we're facing now, down past Howtown, and then right the way round to where we started yesterday in Patterdale, and then picked up the steamer then from Glenridding, and then take it then right the way back up to Pooley Bridge. But I just overheard a conversation that somebody was having that all the steamers are fully booked up today, apart from the very last one. So, I mean, before when we've come here, we just literally, you just queue up and get on one. But I think because a lot of people have holidaying in the UK this year, there's a lot more people up here. I must say it's much busier than when we've been here before in August. And then obviously people are taking advantage of going on the boats. So if you're planning on coming up here for your holiday, book the steamer and your kayak or your paddleboard. Yes, book it all online before you come. And at least it then guarantees not being disappointed. Well, if you've enjoyed the series of videos, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And with regards to the channel, generally it's been about the build of my Peugeot Boxer, which I turned into a fully fledged camper van, which we've been using for the last year now. And the plan next is to build a micro camper. I've already purchased a vehicle, which is a Peugeot Partner. It's a wheelchair access vehicle, and hopefully going to get started on that next month is the plan. Although with my work at the moment, that's getting quite busy. Recently went self-employed, and that's starting to pick up now. Plus as well, I've still got a summer house to construct in the back garden. Got all the footings and everything down for that, and got the concrete slab down ready for it, so it's a case of building it now. We were planning on building it before we came away, but just ran out of time, so need to get that finished, and also finished sorting the garden out as well, because obviously that's become a bit of a mess now, a bit of a building site. Well, apart from now having problems with my elbow, I've now got severe wrist ache as well, so yeah, I think kayaking is not really the water sport for me. As I said, I think I enjoy paddleboarding more. I had less issues with my elbow when doing that the other day. So plus as well the seating position, I do suffer with a bit of a battered back from time to time, and I must say this is not the comfortablest of boats, I must say. Whether you can get more comfortable ones with a bit more padded seats, I don't know. Obviously, but a higher boat obviously is going to be the very basic sort of boat you're going to go in. Check, make sure there's no big boats coming. No, it's not right. So heard a noise, but I think it's just more like a lorry on the road. Well, that's the end of this. That's just going into shore now. Let's a case of get out to the van, have a shower, nice hot cup of coffee, slice of cake, doing all the proper things you should be doing on a holiday. Not sure how far you get before you end up grounding it. Oh, I'm going to go a bit further. No, that's it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Today we're off to Helvellyn.
Now we've now climbed up part way. You're just about to see the campsite from where we are, and also a lovely view over Ulleswater. Right, carry on the climb up. As you can see, it's up and up and up, and then we're going to go up. Climbed up a bit higher now and got a lovely view over Ulleswater. I think I can nearly see down to Pooley Bridge at the end, not quite sure though. Well, here we have an absolute cracking view over Red Tarn. You can see for miles. Well, we've got within about 25 to 30 minutes of the summit up here, but it's getting that cloudy, and also the terrain is getting rather slippery on the rocks, and that's sort of the way up from here. As you can see, the visibility is pretty poor, and also then sort of like that's the sort of visibility going down the other side. So we've decided to call it a day, and I'm going to start heading back down now. But anyway, it's been a good walk so far anyway, but didn't get to the top, but it doesn't really matter. Another day. Well, we just sort of have sort of the route to the peak behind us, but as I said on the other bit of footage, we've decided to call it a day.
I'm petrified of heights.
Yeah, that as well. Well, we've just managed to get a bit of a view over Red Tarn on our way back down. It's just starting to clear a little bit. I mean, perhaps we should have gone to the top, but I said the missus is a bit scared of heights, so we decided to come down anyway. But it's still been a fantastic walk up here. But, yeah, the mist keeps rolling in and out. Just come over a ridge, looking down the other side, and can just about make out a bit of a view there. It's a footpath in the distance. Well, we've decided to come back down a slightly different way to what we went up, just to get a bit of a different view, and
we've actually got a view.
yeah, we've got a view. It's brightened up, and we can sort of see all around us. Now, I don't honestly think that even if we'd stayed up on Helvellyn, whether it actually would have cleared at the top there. It was still very, very foggy when I last looked up there. It's, I've just walked a bit further down now, and we can just see Ulleswater in the distance. Absolutely cracking view. I must say, thoroughly enjoyed this walk back down from this side. The walk up was okay, but obviously walked through a lot of mist, but the view, the walk should I say, on the way back down has been absolutely epic. The waterfalls and that are lovely. Yeah, we've had a bit of a problem with flying ants, I must say, on this walk down, but I'll give you a sort of full sort of 180 degrees where we are at the moment, and I must say it's I think it's all part of an old mine of what's in front of us. But yeah, been a really good walk, even though we didn't get to the top. I'll just go a bit further down now. We're absolutely getting bombarded now with flying ants. They're crawling all over my legs. But this is the view we've got coming down now, looking over Ulleswater and the valley. This is our view now, looking down over Glenridding. You can see the campsite from here. So yeah, it's more or less the end of our walk for today. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's a shame, as I say, we didn't get to the top of Helvellyn, but not to worry. We'll always come and do it again and do it on another holiday.